Huh? I think it is 14. No, 14 is over. Yashid Shaktim Urudho Chashayan Swashaktya Pumso Abramaya Divi Dhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kalakhyaya Gunamayam Kartubhi Vitanvam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, screen sharing.
Hare
Krishna, screen sharing.
अभी ठीक है?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yashid Shakti Urudho Chashaktya
Urdu version na? Kay lokhan ito pinatili.
Yashid Shakti Urudho Chasayan Swashaktya
Yashid Shakti Urudho Chavasya Swashaktya
Ramaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kalakhyaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavatsara Panchakaya Yasya Shakti Murudho Chasayan Swashaktya Pumso Brahmaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kala Kayaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavatsara Panchakaya Yashid Shakti Murudho Chasayan Swashaktya Pumso Abramaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kala Kayaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavatsara Panchakaya Yashid Shakti Murudho Chasayan Swashaktya Pumso Abramaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kala Kayaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavatsara Panchakaya Yashid Shakti Urudho Chasayan Swashaktya Pumso Abramaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kala Kayaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavatsara Panchakaya Yashridya Shakti Murdocha Shayan Shashaktya Punso Brahmaya Dividhavati Bhuta Vedaha Kala Kayaya Gunamayam Kratubhi Vitanvam Tasmai Balim Haratavassara Panchakaya. Hare Krishna.
Gunamayam Tatavir Vitamams Tasmai Balam Kalakaya Gunamayam Tatavir Vitamams Tasmai Balim Arata Vasara Panchakaya. Sridja Shaktim Urdocha Sasakya
Punso Abramaya Jidavati Bhutta Veda.
Umso Brahmaya Dividavati Bhuta Veda
Kalakyaya Gunamayam Pratubhiritanvam.
Kalakaya Gunamayam Tatavir Vitamams
Tasmai Balim Ardhavatsara Panchakaya.
Tasmai Balim Arata Vatsara Panchakaya.
Yaha, one who, Shrejya, of creation, Shaktim, the seeds, Urudha, in various ways, Ucha Shwayan, invigorating, so Shaktya, by his own energy, Omsaha, of the living entity, Abhramaya, dissipate darkness, Divi, during the daytime, Dhavati, move, distinct from all other material forms, Kala Akyaya, by the same name, eternal time, Udamayam, material desert, Pradavihi, by offering, Vitanvan, enlarging, Tasmai, unto him, Balim, the gradients of offering, Arata, one should offer, Vatsara Panchakaya, offering every 5 years. Oh Vidura, the sun levels all the living entities with unlimited heat and light. It diminishes the duration life of all the living entities in order to release them from the illusion of material attachment. He enlarges the path of elevation to the heavenly kingdom. He thus moves in the firmament at a great velocity. Therefore, everyone should offer him respects every 5 years with all the ingredients of worship. Oh Vidura, the sun illumines all the living entities with its unlimited heat and light. He diminishes the duration of life of all living entities in order to release them from the illusion of material attachment. And he enlarges the path of elevation, the heavenly kingdom. He thus moves in the firmament with great velocity, and therefore everyone should offer him respect every 5 years with ingredients, with all ingredients of worship. Vidura Uvacha Pitri Deva Manushyana Ayu Paramidam Smritam Paresham Gatim Achakshva Yeshu Kalapad Bahir Vidaha. Vidura said, Pitri, the Pita planet, Deva, the heavenly planets, Manushyana, and that of the human being, Ayuhu, duration of life, Param, final, idam, in their own measurement, smritam, calculated, paresham, of the superior living entity, gatim, duration of life, achakshva, kindly calculate, ye, all those who, shuho, kalpat, from the millennium, Malihi, outside. Vidaha, great man. Vidura said, I now understand the life duration residents of Pita planets and the heavenly planet are that of the human being. Now kindly inform me the duration of those greatly learned living entities are beyond the range of Kalpa. Vidura said, I now understand life durations of the residents of Pita planet and heavenly planet. As well as that of human beings. Now, kindly inform me the duration of life of those greatly learned living entities who are beyond the range of a kalpa. Hare Krishna Supreme Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Purport: the partial dissolution of the universe that takes place at the end of Brahma's day does not affect all the planetary systems. The planets of highly learned living entities like the sages Sanaka and Bhrigu are not affected by the dissolutions of the millenniums. All the planets are of different types, and each is controlled by a different Kala Chakra or schedule of eternal time. The time of the Earth planet is not applicable to other, more elevated planets. Therefore, Vidura herein inquires about the duration of life on other planets. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yasya Omagyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devin Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunivadi Pashakte Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vidura Uvacha Pitrideva Manushanha Ayu Paramidam Smritam Paresham Gatimachakshva Yeshu Kalpan Bahirvidaha. Vidura said, I now understand the life duration of the residents of Pita planet and the heavenly planet as that of the human being. Now kindly inform me of the duration life of those greatly learned living entities who are beyond the range of Kalpa. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Kotis Ashesha Vasudhati Vibhuti Bhinnam Tad Brahma Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhuta Govindamadi Purusham Samahan Bhajami. So it says Vasudha Vibhuti. Vasudha Vibhuti means there are millions of planets. And today we assume that life is only on Earth. That's the assumption, which is quite popular. And I think everybody believes that life is only on Earth. But actually, Prabhupada says we see life in land. Even you go to the beach, you dig below, there is life below. You see so many varieties of insects. The weight in Earth, which species is maximum weight on Earth? The ants. Very surprising. And ant is so tiny that you can hardly feel the weight. But together, the ants are giving the maximum weight on Earth. So they're everywhere. All kind of living entities are there everywhere. Sarvagataha. We see them in air, so many birds, insects flying in the air, mosquitoes flying in the air. And then you see in water, so many living entities. So Prabhupada says, why they are not everywhere? Prabhupada says, can't you see on Earth, all Earth is congested with the living entities. What is it? Congested. Similarly, living entities are everywhere. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvagataha is everywhere. Then why don't you see First thing, what is your power of seeing? Why are you so proud of seeing? You can't see your hand on the eyes of it's dark. So don't be so proud, I don't see. You can hear from the Shastra. But still my mind challenges, how do I understand? Can't you understand? In water there is life suitable for the life. So similarly, there is life in different planets suitable for their atmosphere. But no part of the creation is empty. The whole creation on earth we see it is congested. The people living even in Greenland, people are living even in the most difficult situation. We sometimes wonder why they don't come and live in Mangalore comfortably, why they live in Antarctica, in Greenland. The people live very difficult climatic conditions. Okay, so well, that's okay. But so just like people adopt themselves, they adopt themselves to different climates and situations, different species adopt themselves to different time situations. And so therefore, same way throughout the universe, in every planet, life is there. We may not be able to see, we may be able to see. That's not the criteria. The Shastra says that the name is there. Now, as far as we can see, the life duration is different. All the living entities, it is not same. With certain animals, we know live for 20 years roughly. I think dogs, cows live 20 years. Huh? Dogs is 10, cows is 15, 20. Elephant is more. So like that, we see different living entities at different duration. With some insects live only for the night. They're born in the night, in the rain time. By morning you go, there is one bag of insects lying on the floor. So time is different. And for that insect, that night was everything for him. In the night he was born. He had some girlfriends. He produced children. And then he became old and he died. Everything happened in the night. If you could talk to that insect, tell him there is a human being, for him, there's just 6 hours. He's going to live 100 years, calculate. He said, I can't believe it. So similarly, we cannot believe the life of higher devatas, just like it is said here. There, your 1 year is there 1 day. That is, so it is huge. And even more is Brahma's life, but even Brahma's life is temporary. A Brahma Bhuna Loka Punar Avartanarjana Mamubete Sikonte Punarjanmate. Krishna is recommending, come back to my over. However, how much long your life will be, still it is temporary. It's not eternal. We think if you can get a long duration, I'll be satisfied, but be very intelligent. Long time flies. Then any time you'll face death. And old age diseases are anyway there. So what do we do now? Now seeing such kind of information that I am in a temporary place, Sada Samudravina Dhyama Sadgrahat, I am accepted as Sadgrahat. So Hitpata Patam Kriya Andapukam. Let me take shelter of Hari and make my life successful. I am not there in this world forever. I have a temporary situation with me. So I have to make arrangement what will happen when the situation is over. It's like you're studying in college. You're always thinking, where will I go after I finish this college? There are some students, looks like they're not bothered. They think they'll stay in the college. They think they'll stay in the college whole life, but college will terminate them. The college may allow them 1 batch, 2 batch, 3 batch, then they'll say college, please leave the study. It's a headache for us. Isn't it? They'll not permit. So same way, a person should think about that what I'm going to do after this duration of life. Sri Radha Govinda ki, because soul is eternal. So even though this duration of life in higher planets is fantastic, but devotee, it is not interested in even that. Because at the end, it's temporary. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Aho Muhu Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam. So what should I do in my life? Try to make more comfortable life, more rich life like this Devi Devatas, and I can enjoy life for millions of years. I don't produce a child. The Devatas, they have all kinds of sensual pleasures. They don't have pregnancy. That happens at the end, so that the interruption doesn't come. If you look, Prabhupada says, look down, more pregnancy than lower species, like snakes and all produce hundreds of children at a time. And you go higher, it is lesser, lesser, lesser. Like pigs produce one time 1 dozen. Correct? If you see that. And Devatas, their body is such that they can enjoy more. The senses are very strong. At the same time, just like we eat. That when as we're becoming old, many of us, hardly matters what we eat. We don't care. But youngsters, the tongue is very strong. If they, we used to go to college and distribute sweet rice. The moment sweet rice bucket we used to lift, all eyes will come on that. And then I will take my eyes away. So they will, when the server is saying, put more. It was everything for them. But for us, we don't, not that it's fine. Because tongue has become now weaker. The sensation becomes weaker. In a Devata body, sensation is very strong. Senses become easily agitated. And there's great pleasure in sense enjoyment. 10,000 times more. So there is a great enjoyment in the Devatas. But even that is temporary. There is one, the intelligent person will understand what is it. There is one example Prabhupada gives of Lomana Rishi, a very special Rishi. He got a blessing. Then when one Brahma dies, one hair from his body will fall. When all the hairs of the body fall, then he will die. So his life is extraordinary. Take it, something like that. Basically, take it, a very long life person. And one day Narada Muni saw him. He was on the bank of, say, Ganga, and he was standing and chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama. So Narada Muni said, why don't you make a cottage and sit down peacefully and chant? Where is time? It's like, where is time? Time is about to finish. And we have time. Proper jokes, this famous joke, is that Parikshit Maharaj knew I have 7 days time. And we are behaving as if we have 7 million time, even though 7 minutes is not guaranteed. Parikshit Maharaj was sure he has 7 day time. He took it in a positive way. I have 7 day guarantee to live. Let me take advantage. But actually, you look negative way, in a more critical way, if you look, actually, for ourselves, 7 minutes is not guaranteed. But the way we are living as if 7 million years are there. Correct? Like in college. The way he is behaving as if 7 million years are there for his exam. The way he doesn't look at books, it doesn't come to class, it doesn't do any assignment, as if 7 million years are waiting. No. Okay? So duration of life of greatly living entities were beyond the range of kalpa. So even though they are beyond the range of kalpa, the devotee is not attracted. He is not interested because it is material. So what is the devotee doing? He wants to drink the pleasure of service to Krishna. And he wants to go back to eternal abode of the Lord and serve. Sometimes very advanced devotees don't even want that. Wherever they are, if they can drink Bhagavata Rasa, the pleasure of service to the Lord, that's enough. They don't mind hell, heaven, anything. They're not interested in that. That's material. He is spiritually in a great spirit of enjoyment. But it is true, Prabhupada said, go back home, back to Godhead. So on the order of Acharya, we follow that and try to go back to God's kingdom and eternally save ourselves from the repetition of birth and death. That one act, we try to solve so many problems. But just do one thing, go back to the spiritual world, all your problems are solved and you're a happy person. But beyond the range of kalpa. So there are people, and what I could understand was little this, that the higher living entities like 4 sons of Brahma, Kumaras, Bhrigu Mani, all these great sages, they are very responsible. Mahaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. The top loka, the very pious sattvic people. And they never indulge in foolish activities, rasic, tamasic activities. There is no need to kill them when Brahma sleeps. For rasic, tamasic people, that is earthly planets and tamasic is lower planets, they have to be destroyed, otherwise Brahma cannot sleep. Now you go, many times people say, why did Brahma destroy? He does a mini pralaya. Mahapralaya happens when Brahma dies, whole universe is destroyed. See, the Brahma knows I need rest. Agree? He also knows if these people are awake, I can't sleep. Correct? So it destroys everything and takes rest. Then he gets away, again he creates. He gives them again new body. So what's the big deal? Correct? Again gives them. I'm going to take rest. It destroys everything. Just like at night, what do? You switch off, silent your mobile. Anna? Similarly, silences all these people so that he can sleep. Otherwise, pa, 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 pa. Like Hiranyakashipu, they are doing so much drama. He cannot sleep. They'll not allow. Neither they will sleep, neither they will allow others to sleep. So what do? Just switch it off. Take rest. And then Brahma, but you cannot do like Brahma does. He again starts creating, like morning you take near your clothes, put tilak, that much time Brahma take he creates without any effort. He's if you see Brahma, he looks like Vishnu. He's so powerful. By the blessing of the Lord, he's Guna Avatara. He has the business of creation every day. Original creation is from Lord. Brahma is not original creator. Brahma is secondary creator. But the secondary creation of Brahma is such that actually creation of Brahma is such that it is then effortlessly by the originally Brahma is created by the Lord. All the ingredients of creation are given to the Lord. The Shastra Sarga, Visarga. Original creation is the Lord Vishnu. Brahma does after this creation. Brahma gets knowledge from Vishnu how to continue with the work of creation. So this is very nice. So don't be attracted to long life of the Devatas. At the end of the time, everything will be destroyed. Okay, so value time, don't waste your time. And devotee, if he even aspires, goes to Devaloka, then a lot of enjoyment, and then he'll come back to earth. The Krishna conscious movement is over. What you'll do then? Then what you'll do? Correct? What is the advantage here? Just by chanting Krishna Nama, you can go back to God. Just by chanting Krishna Nama. And that opportunity is gone away. In fact, when when Haridas Thakur was chanting Hare Krishna, at that time the Durga personified came, Maya Devi personified came to test him. And he was unshaken, he was so much in pleasure. We even thinking about the instance of mind get agitated, correct? But nothing happened. He rather, if you keep meditating on that, your mind should become like him. He was peacefully chanting. So much so, she asked him, can he give me Diksha? And he gave a Harinam Diksha to her. And then she said, if there is somebody who is not taking benefit of the Krishna conscious movement as inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya, and he doesn't get drowned and inundated with the pleasure of serving Krishna, the Chaitanya was ready to bestow on anybody who chant Krishna Nama and does service. For billions of years, that person will not be taken. It's very difficult to come to the platform of spiritual happiness. Many people say that, no? We know spiritual happiness is there, but it's very difficult. I have to go to deep forest somewhere, leave everything, and do a lot of sacrifice and meditate on the Lord, correct? Many pious people ask this question. They think it is very difficult, but actually it is possible. Okay. How it is possible? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha. Just by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Prema is bestowed upon anybody who sincerely serves the Lord in Kali Yuga by chanting his holy name. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. I think enough. Any questions anybody has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
During the
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
small question, Prabhuji, one small question. During the dissolution, the
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. During the dissolution, what did he say, Mataji?
what is all the planetary systems, most of the planetary material, they are all dissolved. what about the higher planetary systems like Mahaloka, Tapaloka? Will they
Correct.
remain?
That is what is kept. There is no need to destroy them because they don't disturb him when he's sleeping. Correct? Very
What about yes? And what about during the Mahapralaya? Mahapralaya also it is there.
Mahapralaya, everything is destroyed.
Okay.
When
Except
Brahma
Vaikuntha,
dies, everything is
Goloka.
destroyed.
Except Vaikuntha and Goloka.
এটা পুরা গরম পানি আছে কি দিদি
Only Vaikuntha,
ଟିକେ
Goloka
ଥଣ୍ଡା
will-
ପାଣି ଦେବେ ମେଡିସିନ ଖାଇବେ
Okay.
ଟିକେ
Thank
ଗ୍ଲାସ
you,
ରେ
Prabhu.
ଖାଲି ଦେଇନି ଆସ